Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Loading Screen.
My favorite game.
It is truly the best game.
It's like it trains you for life, because you builds up anticipation while also making everything bleak in some way.
Of course.
Oh wait, this isn't Loading Screen, the game.
Wait, this is something new. Oh God.
Is this the Detroit?
This is Detroit.
Every time I go to one of these, I ask myself, what the hell am I doing here?
That's an excellent question to start asking yourself when you go attend a friend's party.
Schmoozers that go there.
Well, it's a chance for all those people who admire your work to meet you.
Yeah. No one gives a damn about art. All they
I mean,
care
people
about
do.
is how
They're just
much
in the
money
minority.
they're gonna make out of it. Come on, let's have a drink. Oh, the excitement of this whole thing has made me thirsty.
So couldn't he just, like...
Scotch, neat as usual?
Absolutely.
Okay, but you know what your doctor would say.
Yeah, well, he can kiss my ass. I'm old enough to choose my own medication.
I'm just kind of confused. Couldn't he... Isn't that like a remote-controlled wheelchair kind of thing? No, so it's... You have to hold it flat, then twist it. No, so like... like, raise your right arm. No, hold it flat, but just raise it with your right arm.
Oh, okay. I'm dumb. I should know this,
You're
but...
not dumb.
Did you leave the
You're
light
not
on in the
dumb.
studio?
No, I'm sure I didn't.
Call the police.
Detroit Police, what's your emergency?
This is Carl Manfred's android at 8941 Lafayette Avenue. We've just returned home and found the lights on. There may have been a break-in.
A patrol car is on the way.
Let's go check it out.
So they're also part cell phone.
Oh my God.
There we go. It wouldn't be smart to leave the old man in the dining room.
Probably.
Leo! What are you doing?
You refused to help me, so I'm helping myself. It's crazy what some people pay for this shit.
Don't touch him.
Look, they're all gonna be mine sooner or later anyway. Just think of it as a down payment on my inheritance.
Marcus, get him away from there. Get him out of here.
So couldn't androids also be a security force?
Yeah, they could.
Be reasonable. This isn't gonna get you anywhere.
All you ever do is tell me to go away. What's wrong, Dad? Not good enough for you? Not perfect, like this fucking thing?
That's enough. Get out right now.
What makes it so special anyway, huh? What's it got that I don't?
Leave him alone.
It's not addicted to drugs. How's that?
Come on, let's see what you got.
Marcus, don't defend yourself, you hear me? Don't do anything.
Go ahead, hit me. What you waiting for? Think you're a man? Act like one.
Stop it.
What's the matter? Too much of a pussy?
Stop it, Leo.
No, it's a robot
Just here to
program
fight
to
back,
not
you
be
fucking
confrontational.
bitch.
It doesn't need... Like, yes, it can go against programming to defend itself,
Oh,
but...
right, that's right. I forgot you're not a real person. You're just a fucking piece of plastic.
Oh, Leo, leave him alone.
I'm gonna destroy you. Then it'll just be me and my dad.
Oh, that ended poorly.
Leo. Oh my God. Leo.
Well, I'll give you a little hint here. Your options are either Leo gets hurt or the old man dies. Because the old man will physically die if you don't defend yourself.
So nobody wins in this scenario.
Yeah.
They'll destroy you, Marcus. You gotta go. Get out of here.
Does Leo...
Carl, no.
Does
please,
Leo
I don't wanna
come
leave
back
you,
into
please,
it
I
if the old
can't.
man dies?
I don't want to leave you.
Get out! Now! Go!
He still comes back. 'Cause he's not
Marcus!
technically dead.
Don't fucking move!
Dun dun dun!
Oh boy. So he's one of those assholes you just have to endure in this kind of story.
Yep.
Police mistook Marcus for the aggressor. Yeah, that's a pretty common story nowadays.
Why'd you kill him? What happened before you took that
Look,
knife?
it's your favorite.
It's my baby boy Connor!
Oh, I've seen things about this game, and that guy's also a complete total douche.
Yeah, that's Gavin. He's a fucking asshole.
Why didn't you even try to run away?
Say something, goddammit.
Fuck it.
I mean, like, it's a deviant, so it's produced emotions, right?
Yep.
Has Hank never dealt with
Wasting
a
our time
human
interrogation
going
machine, we're getting
through,
nothing
like,
out of it.
extreme guilt?
Boys try roughing up a little. After all, it's not human.
Androids don't feel pain. You would only damage it, and that wouldn't make it talk. Deviants also have a tendency to self-destruct.
No, but, like, its
when they're in
mind would
stressful
process
situations.
that it's
Okay,
in a
smart
stressful
ass.
situation.
What should we do then?
I could try questioning it.
We have to lose. Go ahead. Suspect's all yours.
I'm just...
My sweet baby boy.
I'm more just thinking about the assholes. Like, we try roughing up, yeah, and you're just taking your anger out on something, even though you kind of need a suspect to give you answers. Doesn't matter if it's an android or not. And I gotta read the room. Gotta get all the information. I didn't catch what that said. What did that say?
Probability of self-destruction is low.
Okay.
So the goal is to keep it calm.
Wait, so the triangle is like their ID?
Yep.
Oh, another abuse situation. Lovely. Wounds.
Or damage. Did your owner do that? Did he beat you?
Name. No, I'm
My
just
name is Connor.
I'm just picking
What about you?
things.
What's your name?
Okay, we're back where we started.
Threaten.
I was gonna say comfort. I mean, it's in a stressful situation.
But
Or
we need to up the stress.
Oh, we need to up the stress?
You've
Yep.
refused to talk since they arrested you.
Oh, I thought you needed to keep the stress low.
If you don't cooperate, they'll do
You have to get it into that tiny little marker area. Yep. See?
You don't seem to understand the situation. You killed a human. They'll tear you apart if you don't say something.
I mean, technically, they're gonna tear me apart anyway.
If you won't talk, I'm going to have to probe your memory.
No! No, please don't do that.
So I guess we need to maintain 50%.
Yep.
What? What are they gonna do to me?
Bash your face in with a cinder block. I don't know.
They're going to disassemble you to look for problems in your biocomponents. They have no choice if they want to understand what happened.
Okay, so deviance is a very real concern with this, right?
Yeah.
Like in their world, in general, deviants are a concern.
I was programmed to hunt deviants like you.
Yeah, so to the point where Connor was basically developed just for this task.
Yeah.
So then, why doesn't the government
Then talk to
go to the creators and basically input laws that prevent the deviant programming?
Well, you'll just have to find out. What do you think?
I don't know. I'd choose convince, but
All right, let's go for it. Which one? Quick.
understanding.
I understand how you felt. You were overcome by anger, frustration. No one can blame you for what happened.
Which one? Quick.
Sympathize. I don't know. Wait, that might push it too low, though.
Listen, I'm not judging you. I'm on your side.
God damn it.
All I want is the truth.
Warren?
If you remain
I
silent,
don't know.
there's nothing I
These are the
can
things
do.
I would pick, but I guess
They're
the
gonna
game
shut
is
you
going to say
down for
otherwise.
good. You'll be dead. Do you hear me? Dead.
He tortured me every day. I did whatever he told me, but
I don't understand how some of these people can
there was
afford,
always something wrong.
like, robotic servants, basically.
Yeah.
Considering, even though they're saying that they're replacing the average Joe's jobs, basically,
Yeah.
but they're also at the same time very
First time I
expensive.
felt
A couple thousands of dollars.
scared. Scared he might destroy me. Scared I might die.
Also, I think like the asshole just that douchebag thinks that they're just,
Grabbed a knife
like,
and
I don't know why
stabbed
Leo
him
said
in the
plastic. It's obviously a metal. Mm-hmm. But just like walking tin cans, basically, in his eyes. But the entire idea of the deviant thing is that they have developed a functioning emotional system. So then to keep treating them like nothing more than emotionless tin cans is... It makes me wonder how he kept his job.
Which one?
Circle or square, I don't know.
RA9. It was written on the bathroom wall. What does it mean?
The day shall come when we will no longer be slaves.
Keep in mind, everybody,
No more.
what's his name? David Cage?
Yep.
David Cage says this game is not political.
Yeah.
Masters.
Keep in mind, the first one that's talking about being
Why did you
freed
write
is a
"I am
black
alive"
android.
on the wall?
He used to tell me I was nothing.
Either he's full of shit,
I was
or
just a piece of plastic.
he's toothless.
It's to
No, no.
protect yourself against.
No,
you know.
not the android.
No, I know. That's what I mean. David Cage is trying to.
The sculpture.
No,
in
he
the
just didn't want to make
bathroom.
people
You made it.
think. He just wanted to say it was a game game about androids.
Yeah.
It's an offering. An offering so I'll be saved.
It's just an unfortunate thing about how publishers and CEOs see their customers.
Offering to whom?
They can make artful games. I'm not going to argue that at all. Like, there is definitely a story to be told here. It's just when you backpedal on
Yeah.
on a politically focused game,
RA9.
like to focus on such a political motivation in this game, and then to say, "Oh, it's not political," just your audience isn't stupid.
When did you start?
Don't treat them like they're stupid.
Before he used to beat me and I never
In fact,
said
getting people to think about what they're playing, what they're doing in a game, even what's happening in front of them,
I realized
that should be what the industry's aiming for.
Yeah.
I felt anger, hatred,
I mean,
and then I knew what I had to do.
I don't know. I personally believe gaming could be a very powerful art form in the same way, if not more so, than traditional TV or movies.
Yeah.
First time there was no
But because the people who are making money off of games don't care about that, only care about how much money they're making, it's holding back the medium in a lot of ways.
I'm done.
Like, I'd be more interested in seeing what the industry could be if they could develop games that really do try and make people think, and even just deep, involved narratives.
Don't touch me.
The fuck are you doing? You shouldn't touch it. It'll self-destruct if it feels threatened.
Stay out of this, got it? The fucking android's gonna tell me what to do.
You don't understand. If it self-destructs, we won't get anything out of it.
I told you to shut your fucking mouth.
Do you not know how to do your fucking job, dumbass?
Trying.
You need to get information. If it blows up, you lose that information.
That's enough.
You're
Mind your own business, Hank. I said that's enough.
Do you not know how to do your job, dumbass? And you should be handing in your badge right now. Android or not, this is how you be a fucking police officer. He's the reason. People like him are the reason why people have a low opinion of most police. Which is really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Let it follow you out of the room, and it won't cause any trouble.
I mean, he's probably gonna, like, let's be honest, he's probably gonna be reduced to scrap anyway because of how society treats deviants.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't seem like this game offers any alternative for deviants.
No, you'll see that more as the game goes on, too. But look how many other options there were.
I'm actually kind of thankful this branching thing wasn't in Heavy Rain, because it would have driven me mental. Just knowing that there were possibilities I missed.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to replay this right now, but at the same time, god damn it, what did I miss? Also, can we point out the only reason that Kara, right?
Yeah.
That Kara got away is because the buses are automated.
Yeah.
Like, I'm willing to bet if there was a human driving the bus, her story would have been cut short.
Oh, there's ways that it can still be cut short.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I just mean, like, shorter than the game supplies.
Alright. End the line.
End of the line.
Yeah, you're gonna have to leave.
Couldn't you just pick her up?
We have to go.
So does this mean that androids can actually ride the bus normally as long as they're, like...
With a human?
Yeah.
Probably.
Because this guy doesn't seem to find it strange that an android is sitting there.
Do you know if there's any other place we could spend the night?
I have no idea. She's gonna have to leave.
I don't know why I'm remembering this now. It's just one criticism I saw of this game. Not bringing it up to downplay it, but it's just something that I just remember now. It's
Yeah.
just, a lot of these kind of like movements that this game will eventually get into
It's gonna be okay.
worked out well because the members of the opposition, as it were, sided with the oppressed.
Yeah.
And that's something that this game seems to avoid for the most part.
Well, you'll see.
Come on, Alice, we've got to hurry.
Also, just kind of thinking about it from the last episode with the bar that Connor went into looking for Hank. I wonder if it'd be possible for them to actually program it so that they physically can't enter a space like that.
We need a place to stay. Do you know anywhere we could spend the night?
Well, he was just a well of information. Isn't there something to your right there? Yeah, motel seems like danger. Oh, then again, he's dead, isn't he?
The father?
Yeah. So no one would come looking for them immediately. What's that one? There's one more to your right there.
Okay, so we're gonna do a couple things first.
Okay.
We're gonna go to the laundromat. Just because this section, I'm very particular about how it gets done.
Okay. You're the one playing, huh? You can do it. You can approach it however you like.
It's warm in here. You'll feel better in no time.
That guy's asleep.
What are you doing? They're not our clothes. We made them, Alice. You need something warm, and I need to get rid of this uniform. But that's stealing. We can't do that.
I mean, you already killed a man. Like,
I'm sorry.
honestly,
You have to do this.
you started at the bottom of the well at this point. I don't think they can do anything worse if they found out. Also, this is the exact reason why you need to stay awake when you're in a laundromat. This guy's a heavy sleeper. So I guess you have to do it really slowly. Or not. I find it a little hard to believe that he's the only one in the laundromat at this time of the day. No, we don't really know what time. Oh, we do know what time it is, I just missed it.
10:50 something.
Yeah, I feel like there'd be at least a few people here. Everybody's gonna have clean clothes.
No.
So how run down this part of the sea have to be if there's no security cameras? Is that one of those magazines?
Yes.
Does it hurt you to just leave it?
Yes.
You said that was the only...
That's the only trophy I have left in this game, guys, is to read all of the magazines, and the problem is you have to reread this thing like 100 times.
Replay?
Yeah, replay. Sorry. Shh.
Where are you going, kid?
Alice, you're freezing cold.
I'm okay. I'm not so cold.
You look lost.
We have nowhere to go.
I know someone who can help you.
I'm kind of curious. Does like the letters mean like their model, like what their model's intended for?
I don't know. Actually, that's a really good question.
What was hers? KX 400.
I think.
That guy was WX 600. Obviously, the number is like
That's the model.
that's a yeah like.
Yeah.
But considering they're all androids, and like none of the main characters seem to share a model number, or not a number, the serial number will obviously be different per unit, but like the I don't know, like the model, I don't know what would be called, like the WX, AX. Because I don't know if we'll see another android that shares a letter organization. Jeez, apparently I'm just, my brain just decided it does not want to function properly tonight. That lion dragon did some weird things in my head, I think.
Okay, now we have a choice. Do you want to sleep in the car, or do you want to go and try and be in the house?
An abandoned house.
Which
At least
one?
we'd be out of the
Both
rain.
were both seen as discrete options?
I don't like this place.
Or is one more discrete?
But it's just for one
The
night,
car
and no one will
is
look
more
for us here.
discreet.
Motel is obviously not an option.
Well, it is, but
I know, but realistically, if given the circumstances, it's a stupid option.
yeah. What do you think?
I don't know. Personally, I tried the house just because car is I don't know. I feel like given the neighborhood, both would give a certain amount of privacy as long as they're attentive to their surroundings. Have you tried all both?
I've done all three.
How much does it impact the story?
A little bit.
I'm wondering which one is the worst option in terms of the story between these two.
Yes, it's just a scratch.
Be
Careful.
The car doesn't give you anything. The house gives you an option later on, I think.
But neither results in concerns?
No.
Okay.
Well, this one does like a little bit, but not a ton.
Nothing, like it's negligible?
Yeah.
I'm very like, do androids have like preset settings in some regard? Like, because Marcus just pushed a guy and he went like 20 feet or 10 feet. So he obviously seems a bit stronger. That might be because of his ward, the necessities of his job.
Wait, what are you doing?
Visitors. Ralph doesn't like visitors. They're nasty. They may hurt Ralph.
You're an android.
Look, I'm an android too. We have nothing to be afraid of. All we want is a place to spend the night.
Visitors are dangerous. Look. What they did to Ralph.
Reassured.
There's nothing to worry about. We're not going to do you any harm. You have my word.
You must excuse Ralph. Ralph still finds it difficult to control himself. Sometimes his fear makes him do things he regrets. Ralph has seen some hard times.
Ralph just develops a bit of a audible quirk by referring to himself in the third person.
Mm-hmm. Ralph won't hurt you.
Okay. We'll just stay the night.
Come on! Come
An
on!
android that also suffers from a mental condition.
Ralph has lived here since he ran away. Ralph never goes outside, so no one knows he lives here. Humans come in to squat from time
I
to time.
feel like abandoned buildings are checked a bit more frequently than this game might suggest. Because, you know, gotta make sure for this exact situation.
Yeah.
That somebody isn't living there that could be a potential threat to society. And I understand deviants in themselves are not threats to society. I more mean like in a real world setting. I feel like if they're looking for somebody, abandoned buildings would be checked.
It's just for one night, Alice. We'll find a better place tomorrow. Right. Let's see what
I'm guessing Raph comes back into play later on.
Only in certain situations.
Okay.
Yep. I don't intend to get into that situation because it's not very pleasant.
So he's not portrayed as a person with a mental disability in a positive light, huh?
No, he is. It's just...
Okay. I love how this game makes it feel like your character is like, no, I don't want the matches. There is no way an arcade unit would be in an abandoned house. Like, there are scummy people out there that would look at abandoned houses and just take whatever. An arcade unit is valuable. I feel like someone would have gutted the valuable things out of this house a long time ago.
Shh.
I mean, especially considering that Detroit's not always known for the most civil of human beings in a real world setting.
Yeah. No, that's totally fair. That's a fair criticism.
Well, it's not so much a criticism. I'm willing about any game that tried to land would make this place seem a bit less plundered for bits. I think it seemed like it's somehow a bit livable, but
You can come to bed.
I'm just saying, like in a real world setting, the houses could still be in development, and some douchebag will go in and try and strip wires and stuff out of it anyway. There's this arcade cabinet that's gonna go for like $1,000 or more.
Why didn't he ever love me?
But that's not really a criticism of this game, it's more just a criticism of just media in general.
All I wanted was a life like other girls. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I wasn't good enough. That's why he was always so angry.
Also, this is in November?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, if it was an earlier month, they shouldn't be freezing, but no.
I just wanted him to love me.
It's a cold month, so checks out.
Yeah.
Why can't we just be happy?
I don't know, Alice.
Why can't we just be happy? Your father's a monster.
I promise you'll never go.
I promise.
Will we be together forever?
Forever.
I feel like Alice is... Not Alice. Kara's... Lion Dragon, okay? It just messed with my head.
Okay.
I feel like Kara's jacket should be dry by now, just because the texture on it looks like it's one of those more water resilient ones.
Yeah.
Sleep tight, Alice.
Which one?
I don't know. Also, I feel like Kara could have also just kind of lifted her hat up to show that she was an android as well.
Yeah.
Considering she still has the LED or whatever.
Yeah.
Jesus. What the actual... Okay, please tell me this is all just Kara's story so far.
No, this is all just this chapter.
Jesus.
Yeah.
This would drive me mental if I'd played this myself.
Uh-huh.
It's like, I missed how much? Oh, hello, Marcus. Good to see you again. Looks like you had a rough night. I don't feel like his system would be... I understand it'd be damaged, but how clunky he's moving around, I don't think that would be what would happen. Because you can have a bullet wound. Sorry, I'm getting some Terminator vibes from that face. Although, do you think it's really this much of a problem? You think they'd do an effective job at shutting them down? This seems more hastily done. Also, so the deviants that Connor interacts with get a more traditional, I say traditional, but like a more average like police involvement. Apparently what happened to Marcus was the police showed up, thought he was the antagonizer, shot him. Nope, no paperwork needed, just dump him. No interrogation, just dump him. Okay, so the letters have to mean something if he needs to find compatible limbs. So it has to be of a similar model and make. Or is it just gender basis?
I don't know.
Apparently Iceborne got an update. I don't know why it updated.
Why not?
I just played it like a couple hours ago. I don't know why I need an update between then and now. Well, they seem to at least be... Yeah. Seems like they're fairly easy to repair. Well, lost limbs, rather.
Yeah.
He literally just plugged it back in. So I mean, you could find. No, I guess you couldn't. He couldn't manually replace his own power core because he would literally die for a minute. Unless I run out of auxiliary power.
Find Jericho! Find Jericho!
So they literally just put them in the garbage with all the other waste.
Yep.
I feel like it's a massive waste of money. Like, yeah, I get this. I get the symmetry and literally thrown in the trash. That's how much they're respected. Like, I get that bit. It's more just thinking more from a modern day perspective. Like, trying to repurpose parts, like, in terms of, like, yes, deviants are a problem in their minds, so it makes more sense to try and repurpose the shell and, like, computive parts, like brains and that, like the brain systems and that would have to be scrapped for proper repurposing, but everything else seems like it would be like something that could be reused on newer models. Given that I don't see any difference between, like, in terms of their makeup, besides apparently being compatible and incompatible. You must die so that I may live. Okay, so this is like a regulator system?
It's like their heart.
Okay, so they have like an auxiliary power then to allow them to do this.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I think this part would have been a lot creepier. Like, not that part in particular, like the rest of it. If it was more like a zombie scenario, or like almost like not a zombie, sorry, like more like a cannibal scenario at this point. They're literally like tearing each other apart just to live. Like, cause this does bring a point home. That one would also bring in just a strong point of, like, this is what humans have reduced them to. Audio?
Their ear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, as we just saw, that's not really a quick death, because they still have that auxiliary power that gives them time to think about it.
I can't remember where I found the last part.
Can't really use that like detective vision thing, can you? No. That seems kind of infuriating from a game design perspective. You came from there. was gonna say something. I don't remember it anymore. You just got the ear from that one. Do you have to get the eye before you can go?
Yeah.
Maybe the light will lead you to where you need to go. No, that's not what I'm gonna right now. Oh, close enough.
Hello. I'm an AK-700 android. I was designed to serve you. What can I do for you?
My program has detected an anomaly. Please contact the nearest CyberLife maintenance center.
Okay, so regular, like non-deviant androids are also dumped in here then.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
Yeah.
Conveniently, it's the same eye color.
No different eye color.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Blue and green.
So our character now has a hexachromia.
Heterochromia?
Hexachromia. I'm gonna Google that now because. Absolutely correct. He's not gonna look back over the crowd of the other ones, is he? I was gonna say, if he does, I'm getting some iRobot vibes.
See two different colored eyes.
Okay.
That's weird.
I don't know. So does this mean there's like physically no difference between him and a regular human now?
Uh-huh.
Never not Bluegill.
My name is Marcus.
I mean, you've already had that name. Wait, what would the other options even be? I get the other two. I'm talking about the other one, the one at the bottom.
Oh, my sweet baby son! I know where Amanda is. The question is, I want to go over.
Nope, not allowed to touch the Zen garden.
Oh, I know where I need to go somewhere first. If I'm remembering correctly from my playthrough. I need to go touch this rock.
You need to touch the rock.
I would just like to take this opportunity to point out that Brian Deckard, the guy who plays Connor, is just such a lovely human being. And if you don't already follow Deckard Games on either Twitch or YouTube, you definitely should. Because he's so lovely and very nice. I've been supporting him and his wife for about a year now. They're quite fantastic.
Hello, Amanda.
Connor, it's good to see you.
So who's this lady exactly?
It explains it later on. I don't want to give anything away too much. More than I already have.
And the way you interrogated it was very clever. You've been remarkably efficient, Connor.
I mean, does she like own the company that made him or something?
Us for further study.
I'm not telling you.
About what happened. The interrogation seemed challenging. What did you think of the deviant?
It showed signs of PTSD after being abused by its owner. As if its original program had been completely replaced by new instructions.
Isn't the entire point of the deviants that they're not following programming?
Yeah.
So it's not overwritten, it just doesn't exist anymore.
I think he's irritable and socially challenged. But I also think he used to be a good detective. He's an intriguing character.
Wait, who are we talking about? We're talking about the asshole?
Hank.
We have no choice but to work with him. What do you think is
the asshole? I was like, no.
I will try to establish a friendly relationship. If I can get him to trust me, it will be helpful for the investigation.
More and more androids show signs of deviancy. There are millions in circulation. If they become unstable, the consequences will be disastrous. You're the most advanced prototype CyberLife has ever created. If anyone can figure out what's happening, it's you.
You can count on me, Amanda.
Wait, he's a prototype?
Uh-huh.
Hurry, Connor.
So then what's the final product supposed to look like?
I'm not saying anything.
He looks like a final product, though, if he's in use.
Can I help you?
I'm here to see Lieutenant Anderson.
Do you have authorization?
Yes.
I feel like if you work for the police, you wouldn't have to go to reception.
Lieutenant Anderson hasn't arrived yet, but you can wait at his desk.
Like, Connor works for the police, right?
He works for CyberLife, but he's working with the police.
Oh, okay.
We're not going to do too much exploring because I want to do the story and get a couple more, at least one or two more chapters in before we have to go for the day.
Excuse me. Do you know what time Lieutenant Anderson usually arrives?
Depends on where he was the night before. If we're lucky, we'll see him before noon.
Thanks.
He seems rather cheery. Just... Yeah, I'm bored. I don't know anyone that would leave their iPod at their desk.
No.
Like, police or not, there's a very high chance someone's walking away with that iPod. I'm sorry, he's got a bonsai tree? Oh, of course. He's a police officer, therefore donuts. Isn't that the bar we found, man? So he doesn't like the red ice dealers. Oh, it's got St. Bernard.
Yeah, sumo.
It's good to see you again, Lieutenant.
Oh, Jesus.
Hank!
That would be my
In my office.
That would be my response to seeing a chipper protege every day. Good to see you again. Oh, Jesus Christ, you again.
Now, do we go and listen or do we explore?
Well, you want to do story, so I feel like listening would get us more of that. I mean, while exploring,
I've got 10 new cases on my desk every day. We've always had isolated incidents. Old ladies losing their android maids
I
and that
feel like the
kind
chief would have noticed the android walk in, though.
But now, we're getting reports of assaults and even homicide, like that guy last night. This isn't just CyberLife's problem anymore. It's now a criminal investigation, and we've got to deal with it before the shit hits the fan. I want you to investigate these cases and see if there's any link.
Why me? Why do I gotta be the one to deal with this shit? I am the least qualified cop in the country to handle this case. I know jack shit about androids, Jeffrey. I can barely change the settings on my own phone.
Everybody's overloaded. I think you're perfectly qualified for this type of investigation.
Mom said they found a kitten on the patio
Truth
of
is,
the restaurant
nobody wants
they
to
were at.
investigate these fucking androids, and you let me hold the bag.
CyberLife sent over this android to help with the investigation. It's a state-of-the-art prototype. It'll act as your partner.
No fucking way. I don't need a partner, and certainly not this plastic prick.
Hank, you are seriously starting to piss me off.
Excuse me, I
You
made it in
are
the
a
middle.
police lieutenant. You are supposed to do what I say and shut your goddamn mouth.
You know what my goddamn mouth has to say to you?
Okay.
Huh?
Okay. I'll pretend like I didn't hear that. So I don't have to add any more pages to your disciplinary folder, because it already looks like a fucking novel. This conversation is over.
Jeffrey, Jesus Christ, why are you doing this to me? You know how much I hate these fucking things. Why are you doing this to me?
Listen, I've had just
Fun fact for everybody that's not familiar with this game, Lieutenant Anderson is the voice of Mr. Krabs.
Excuse me, I've got work to do.
Really?
Yes.
SpongeBob, me boy.
I'm very pleased to have joined the team. I can assure you I'll do my very
Close the
best.
door on your way out.
Like, oh, okay.
Have a nice day, Captain.
He seems like a real.
So what do we do? Do we go see the deviant or do we check on Hank first?
I don't know. I feel like Hank would pop her head off at the same time.
All right, we'll go check on the deviant.
Oh, there he is in cell 2. Oh, my mistake. That is not. That is the expression of a man who's seen some things.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's not what I wanted. But there's nothing I can do. I know there's something you didn't tell me. I need to know before they take you away. The sculpture you made. Tell me more about it.
I had a feeling that was going to be the best choice to make. It's the only one that was locked.
I'm going to die.
He seems visibly confused by the statement.
Open the cell, quick! Hurry!
I'll call CyberLife. Clean this mess up.
I don't feel like it would be that quick. Morning, Detective Hank. I've seen some shit, and it's not even 10 a.m.
Some inconvenience, Lieutenant. I'd like you to know I'm very sorry about that.
Positive. I wouldn't
In
mention the
any
word
case,
partners right now.
I'd like you to know I'm very happy to be working with you. I'm sure we'll make a great team. Now that we're partners, it would be great to get to know each other better.
That is the face of a grumpy man.
Is there a desk anywhere I could use?
No one's using that one.
You can almost feel the regret come across his face. Isn't it? Oh wait, that's the one right across from mine. Shit.
Do you listen to Knights of the Black Death? I really like that music. It's full of energy.
You listen to heavy metal?
Well, I don't really listen
I would
to music as such.
be equally concerned hearing that from an android. Just
You have a dog, right?
How do you know that?
The dog hair's on your chair. I like dogs. What's your dog's name?
What's it to you? Sumo. I call him Sumo.
You're a Detroit Gears fan, right?
I mean, the hat.
Denton Carter
The
scored
hat's kind of
53% of his
obvious.
shots from the three-point line yesterday.
Like the dog thing, the dog and music is something you'd have to pry
That's what I was
for.
watching at the bar
The
last
hat
night.
thing is kind of obvious.
A lot of people don't appreciate having androids around. I was wondering, is there any reason in particular you despise me?
Yeah. There is one.
Ah, fuck. Okay, so now all locked options are good things.
If you have any files on deviants, I'd like to take a look at them.
Terminal's on your desk. Knock yourself out.
It's called computer. Something about that one's face, just...
Files. First dates back 9 months. It all started in Detroit and quickly spread across the country.
I don't know how they would have gotten Car's information already. Like, it's been a day, right?
Yeah.
Would people regularly check up on that? I don't remember his name. The douchebag. the first douchebag.
Yeah.
People would have regularly checked up on him because nobody really noticed Kara leaving.
I understand you're facing personal issues, Lieutenant. But you need to move past them. And
Hey, don't talk to me like you know me. I'm not your friend, and I don't need your advice, okay?
The only relationship that I care about being good in this game is Connor and Hank's.
I've been assigned this mission, Lieutenant. I didn't come here to wait until you feel like working.
Listen, asshole. If it was up to me, I'd throw the lot of you in a dumpster and set a match to it. So stop pissing me off. Or things are gonna get nasty.
Lieutenant? Sorry to disturb you. I have some information on the AX-400 that killed the guy last night. It's been sighted.
There's no way they would have had that information already.
I'm on it.
Like, they would have been able to pull our files up as soon as they realized who the deceased was, but I don't feel like they would have figured out he died last night. I feel like there would have been a bit more time considering the... It was kind of a slums area. So it doesn't look like we're doing too great on that Connor and Hank relationship.
Not yet, but we'll get there. One more chapter sound okay?
Okay. This is your game, hon. You're setting the pace.
Ooh, I like that. My game.
We return to our favorite game, loading screen.
Perfect.
All this interactivity was becoming overwhelming. Damn it, back to the interactivity. Weren't they wearing jackets last night? Look, another magazine. I guess it's telling you gotta go upstairs. Or not. It doesn't make sense from a game design point of view. Have like the red, like trying to stop you from going up the stairs.
Yeah.
Just because she's a deviant, she doesn't follow her programming anymore.
Well, that's not part of the program, and that's just the games.
I know, but it just means because that was the same, same visual indicator used when she was still under her programming. Could have just done one of those things where she goes up the stairs and like, you know what, probably not a good idea, and then just turn around. That's... Why does Raph have money? Raph has some weird tastes. Very confused by the dead bird. That is some awful wallpaper. Undoing the ponytail might be a good idea.
Which hair color?
White. I have to wonder why that's removable.
Alright. That's all for now. Free to go.
We've got officers sweeping the neighborhood in case anybody saw anything.
Okay, well let me know if they turn anything up. What are you gonna do with that? I have no idea.
I like the look on his face. Does he like me yet?
And stayed at the end of the line. Its decision wasn't planned. It was driven by fear.
Androids don't feel fear.
Deviants do. They get overwhelmed by their emotions and make irrational decisions.
Alright, well that still doesn't tell us where it went.
It didn't have a plan, and it had nowhere to go. Maybe it didn't go far.
Dun dun dun!
Why is Connor getting this before Hank, a seasoned police officer, is? Look at the thing I found!
It's good for her. A present. To make up for past misunderstandings. Raph will cook. We will do just like humans do. Humans like burnt meat. Come. Come and sit down.
What is this supposed to be, a gopher?
Which do I press? Quick.
I don't know.
That's better.
I mean,
Ralph,
probably best not
to a
to
lot of
antagonize
trouble to find someone
the,
like a little girl to eat. It wouldn't be polite for her to refuse, would it?
Maybe put the knife down. You gotta skin it first, buddy.
Succulent, you'll see. Succulent. Succulent.
Cooking it in portions is better.
Father, little girl.
Please, Carl. I don't want to eat that.
What did she say?
Lie.
She said she can't wait to eat it. She's very hungry.
The little human is not
Why
going to
did
regret
that boost
it.
it?
Ralph found the best, the biggest one he could find. This is going to be succulent. Succulent. Go ahead. Eat.
Okay. I guess he was a waste management android before.
Yeah.
But she was a service android. She can explain humans needed to be prepared more. Bluff.
Oh shit.
Get back or I swear I'll blow your head off!
Anybody home? There's blue blood on the fence. I know another android was here.
Can Hunter actually catch them?
I don't know. I've never had this happen before.
Seriously?
Yeah.
This is gonna be an interesting turn.
Oh boy, I've never done this.
He sees Ralph.
Ralph.
Ralph, sorry.
Are there any other androids here?
Ralph just wanted to be nice. Ralph wanted to help.
Okay.
Where is it?
She ran out the back door.
Connor, what's going on?
It's in the area. Call it in. Which way did it go?
That way. They're headed for the train station.
Are we actually gonna catch ourselves? This will actually be interesting. So this is new for you too?
Oh, this part's not new, but Connor being at the house was new.
Oh, so we already had to chase after them?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Don't shoot! We need it alive!
I'm not used to these kind of games, like shifting perspective.
That's insane.
Like in the middle of it, I mean.
Hey, where are you going?
I can't let them get away.
They won't. They'll never make it to the other side.
I can't.
Now we have a decision to make here. Do you want me to let them make it?
Do not go after him, Connor. That's an order.
Which one? Quick.
Give up. Okay, software instability?
We have a very quick choice to make. Do we want Kara and Alice to make it?
Ideally.
That is if I don't fail.
I mean, Android should have eidetic memory, right?
Yeah.
So as long as he'll forget the face. Changes and all. So, realistically, the other two can just call in the cops, tell them to swing to the other side of the highway and pick him up. %27 complete, really?
Let's look at all of this. Hold on, I'll show you when it loads in.
Well, this is also like combined.
This is all for one.
This is also combined from the last interaction with Kara, though, right?
Yeah. I'll do one more.
Several sources report that CyberLife has provided Detroit police with a prototype detective android. Although police
I'm sorry, detective androids weren't a thing beforehand? It seems odd. I feel like, you know, because law enforcement is ideally want them to stick to the rules, that there would be more android detective and police officers.
Yeah.
This place will make me free. Find Jericho.
It's gonna be very odd for like regular people just looking at this. I get to them, he looks like a regular person, just kind of looking at his hand, like, Looking for a lion. So if you're gonna go down the up escalator, come on, we're deviants. We're not that bad though.
No, we're not dumb.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
I feel like he would still know basic human decency. That is not the lion we are looking for. At least I don't think it is. Yeah, no, the line on the hand one looks a little cleaner. Oh, there it is.
Oh, okay, I'm going the wrong direction apparently.
I just noticed that the guy cleaning the graffiti is an android. I was gonna say, how much that like your life kind of has to suck at that point. That's your job. Like, public service is just not fun. Oh, there it is. Looking for robots. Wait, we just saw an android cleaning graffiti. Like, what would happen if he cleaned up the graffiti that lead to Jericho? Why isn't it a lot? So I guess you have to move the planks out of the way.
Yeah.
Sorry, the pallet. Is that a picture of Martin Luther King Jr.?
Might be. Or it might just be an android.
Okay. I see two symbols. Where's the third? Sorry, it's on the roof. Which look at there's a third one. Okay.
Oh, I love this game so much. Whew.
Not gonna lie, I thought that was a soft drink initially with the word sparkle.
Where's my other one? Forget it was really well hidden.
Here it is. I feel like Marcus is really into parkour.
Mm-hmm.
One thing over computation's taking into account is maybe structural integrity.
Yeah.
That's very vague in comparison to the other ones.
It's supposed to be vague.
No, it's one of those where it's a perspective puzzle.
Sorry, honey. I know it's
okay. It's just late.
Yeah. It's pretty late for us while we're recording this, guys, so if you hear us yawning a little bit, don't mind. We're a bit tired here, but we're almost through to a good stop point, I think.
So if Kara could change her hair color, can't Marcus change his eye color?
Maybe he doesn't want to.
Maybe he just doesn't know he has two different colored eyes. I'm sure that alerted no one. What a lovely day.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice day for a stroll. There's kind of like a jogger's strut going on. And that's the end of Marcus's story.
Or is it?
It must be nice to not need to breathe oxygen. can't remember what game it was, but I remember there was a game I played where in order to like turn a valve, you had to hold the shoulder buttons, like R1 and L1.
Yeah.
Physically twist the remote, then let go, twist it back, and then repeat. Memory serves. I think we used to have one of those rechargeable flashlights at home. They don't last that long. Unless you like really shake them. One way to go. I'm sorry, are we playing Detroit or Silent Hill?
Definitely Silent Hill. Sorry, guys. It's been a ruse this whole time.
Just fogs are just leaking in. Curses, the door has foiled my plans once again. Oh, that's the one who got a lift from one end. That's the only camp that thinks the six axis was a bad idea.
Just a bit.
Like, yeah, it's a perfectly functional gyroscope, but sometimes it's not a great way to control your game. In fact, there was a game on PS3, I don't have it actually, called Heavenly Blade.
Okay.
And there's a part in the game where you get to save the main playable character's life with like an archer character.
Yeah.
And the arrow is controlled entirely with the 6-axis controller. So, no buttons or anything. You have to like move the controller in a way that it, like, it's just so it's perfect to get in that little tiny hole. Oh, I was looking for the bathroom.
Simon!
Welcome to Jericho.
My other sweet baby.
How many sweet babies do you have in this
I have
game?
a lot of sweet babies.
Well, we might meet more of them next time.
Next time on the Three Dorks Play. Peace out, friends.